this is Laura from LIVEVISIONZ.com. I just wanted to give you some information on some changes we made to the website. We've added something called Singles Chat. And what is Singles Chat? Well, it's a chat room, but it's based on something a little bit different for singles. It's based on astrology. And I don't know if you're anything like me who, I'm not a drinker and I don't go to bars. I did the chat thing for a hot minute, and not the chat, but dating sites, and it just didn't really work for me. So I decided to do a chat room based on the astrological formula of who you may be attracted to based on your chart. And this is just, I'm just using ascendants here. So what is ascendant sign, first of all? Your sun sign is your ego. It's who you are. When people really get to know you, they see your sun sign. Your ascendant sign is when people first meet you. They're like, oh, I'm an Aries sun and a Virgo rising. So people who just meet me may say, wow, she seems really analytical and she's a neat freak, they might see my Virgo side, and people who really know me later on will see my Aries side. So what I did was, in astrology, the ascendant sign is the sign that is on the first house cusp in your chart. And this basically tells you a lot about yourself in astrology. And the sign opposite of that is your seventh house cusp sign. And this usually tells astrologers the type of partner that you would be best with and the kind of partners that you would draw into your life through your whole life. Okay? So what I did was I used this to basically form a chat room based on your seventh house cusp, but using that ascendant sign. For example, if you had an ascendant sign of Virgo and your seventh house cusp would then be Pisces, because the opposite sign of Virgo is Pisces, you would always be drawing in this Pisces energy all the time in dating. So what I did was I added a calculator at the very bottom of the page, and what you do is you put your birth data in there. If you have your birth time, the more accurate the better, because every on the day of your birth, the ascendants change quite frequently. So you would need a really good birth time to figure out your ascendant. And what you would do is, how I devised this, every day of the week we have certain signs that would come into chat. So like on Monday, we would say Monday nights are going to be nights for Aries and Libra. So anybody who has an Aries ascendant or a Libra ascendant or an Aries sun or a Libra sun should go into that chat room, because you're probably going to find people that you're really attracted to, number one, and two, you may have a lot more, there's going to be some sort of commonality with you probably, more so than you would find in a bar or just any date site, So Tuesday nights we'll have Taurus and Scorpio, ascendants or sun signs. Wednesday nights will be Gemini and Sagittarius, and that's sun signs and ascendant signs. And then Thursday nights, we're going to have Cancer and Capricorn. And then Friday nights would be Leo and Aquarius, and Saturday nights would be Virgo and Pisces. So what this is before you go into the room, you just do the calculator on the bottom of the page, and you figure out your ascendant sign. And if your ascendant sign says that you're Virgo, well, the opposite sign of Virgo is Pisces. And you'll know, because I have the days of the week on there, so I have your opposite sign written there. So you'll know what your opposite sign is, and this is the type of person you're always going to draw in. Now, me, myself, I have a Virgo ascendant, but I've never dated a Pisces, but I do like the creative type of person, but I tend to date like Libra, and I'm an Aries sun. So I tend to go the opposite of my sun sign, but that doesn't mean, there's more to a chart than just your sun, and your ascendant. There is the moon and all this, but this is just one component because the ascendant is really a huge part of your chart. And, you know, especially that's your outer self. So you're looking at attraction and dating. You know, you want to look at the type of person you would probably draw into your life. So what you're going to be doing is if you're going into a chat room and if you're like an Aries ascendant and there's all these Aries in the room and Libra ascendant or sun or ascendant type of people, you may meet friends who you have like-minded people, and then you may meet someone that you're really interested in. Okay, so hopefully this is a better way to get to know each other and have a little fun at the same time. I want to say I'm going to be in the room in and out, not all the time, but I will have somebody moderating the room to make sure people are respectful and there's nobody kind of causing trouble. And if so, though, you could get banned from the room. So just so you know, be polite. And Sunday nights, we will still have the drawing for the free reading at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, I wanted to say just a few dating tips. If you are instant messaging someone and the dates in the chat room and you're private messaging someone and you want to send a photo, at least send a current photo. You know, don't send something where it's like 10 years old and, you know, well, that was when I was 15 pounds lighter. Well, that's not right. You know, be honest. Don't lie. And ladies, tell your real age. You know, I'm going to be 40. And it'd be like someone saying, well, I'm 25. But really, you know, you're pushing 40. That's so wrong. Be honest about your age and what you look like. I mean, because they're going to find out anyway. And then you just wasted your time and their time. And if you do show a picture, gentlemen, because I've seen this so much too, don't put a hat on where you can't see your face or sunglasses, and don't be married because, and the reason you're hiding your stuff is because you don't want to get in trouble. That's so obvious, and like, ladies, be aware of this because you should see a clear picture of his head and his face, and, you know, it's crazy. Also, I want to say boundaries. Be respectful of people's boundaries, you know, and, you know, I want to say as women, we want men to be honest with us when they're not interested, you know, and I think a lot of times the reason men aren't honest, you know, when they're not interested is because of the way that, you know, women are like, well, why did he waste my time? I get calls all the time. You know, he should have just told me that. That's true. But a lot of times I also get guys who call me and say, well, I told her I wasn't interested and she went crazy on me. So ladies, respect the fact that if he says he's not interested, don't say why. How come? What's your problem? You know, don't do that. Don't give the third degree. And gentlemen, if a woman says, you know, I'm not interested, respect her boundaries and leave her alone. But, you know, this is just respect each other. I just want this to be a nice, fun thing. Also, be safe. Don't give information to someone you hardly know. Don't invite someone to your house or give them your address or meet in a public place if you're planning on meeting. I just want this to be a safe thing, and you hear so many crazy things on the news with men and women nowadays. It's crazy. So just be safe. I want this to be safe and fun for everyone, and, you know, be honest. You know, and hopefully this is a better thing. Hopefully this is something that works out better than, you know, any date site or any bar you go to. You know, and I want to say, you know, just have a good time. I will be putting videos out coming up about, I have a new series coming out, Sex and Romance and Astrology. So stay tuned for that. And, you know, I'll have some dating tips on there too, so it won't be about just totally dating. There's going to be astrology in there too. But I hope you like this idea, and I hope, you know, you meet someone really nice and special. I will be in from, like I said, from time to time, but Sunday nights we won't have chat because I'm going to be doing the readings on Sunday nights. So you can come in anyway if you wanted a free reading, I guess. But anyway, let me know what you think of this idea, and, you know, if you're going to be there, let me know if you plan on showing up for whatever night that you may, falls under your sun or your rising sign. And I hope to see you there, and I hope you meet somebody special. And it's going to be Valentine's Day soon, so maybe if you're single, you might want to chat on here and meet somebody maybe before Valentine's if you're single. Anyway, well, I do hope you like this, and I will talk to you soon. Okay? Happy dating. And I hope you guys sign up. We need more guys. I see my videos, and I think it's 70% women. So we need more dudes. Anyway, if you're single and you're not into astrology even, you don't even have to know about astrology. There's a calculator on my page, but it may be a nice date thing for you. So check it out. And share with your friends. Have a good day. Bye-bye.